Hey, it's Christine, Manifestation Queen, here to remind you of your manifesting power. I wanted to share my top 10 Law of Assumption manifesting mentors. Because if you like my channel, might as well diverse yourself with some other mentors and I don't know, get like another range of people to listen to. And that's what I do. I always just kind of fall upon these YouTubers and people on TikTok, and it's good stuff. It gets you into the mode of thinking and reminding yourself, like, wow, when I really just ignore my 3D world, focus on my 4D, because, sorry, that's my dog in the background, focus on my 4D as if that's what's real. Here he comes. Famous. He's clearly very excited about this. Focus on my 4D, and then that imprints into my 3D, right? So just remind yourself. I have to remind myself daily. Coming in at number 10, Elmer O'Locker. This was actually the first person that introduced me to Neville Goddard. I had heard of Neville Goddard before, but I never really understood Neville Goddard until Elmer's YouTube channel. He is all about Neville. And the cool thing is, his grandfather was one of Neville Goddard's VIP students. And there's a video that Elmer has on his channel of his grandfather talking about working with and being coached by Neville Goddard. And his grandfather ended up becoming very successful, owned like several businesses, became a multimillionaire, just by understanding the power of his mind and his thought. And he even explains how he was so doubtful in the beginning. He thought it was just, nonsense. And then he ended up realizing that, wow, my thoughts are creating my reality and I can be and do whatever I want. So I'll put a link to Elmer's channel, especially to that video. You have to check it out. Number 9, and I've mentioned her so many times on my channel. She is phenomenal. Kathleen Cameron. Her YouTube channel isn't that good, but you got to go on her live trainings or watch a replay of them. She does a 3-day, 2-hour each day training for free. And they're phenomenal. That's what got me into her. And I ended up doing her coaching program, which is pretty expensive. It's a 6-month program. And at the time it was 10,000, but I think it's a lot more now that she's grown. But she is just a powerhouse. She'll get you so hyped up just listening to her. She does these live trainings, I think once every other month, but you can find some of her trainings on her YouTube channel. Definitely check out those. She's the type of person that, like, you have to follow along her story for a while and then you get the gist of it. And it takes her a while to explain things, but she does it in a really good way. Like, she's a very good storyteller. And she even shares her own experience, how she came from being a nurse making 80,000 a year and she thought that was okay, but she wanted more, to creating her own business and hitting her first million in 6 months. And now, just a few days ago, I was listening to one of her private trainings that only members get. And she was saying how her company's now at the 12 million mark a year. And she's stepping into the version of her that's a billionaire. So even though her 3D world is showing her that she has a $12 million business, in her 4D world, she is billionaire Kathleen. How crazy is that? And I know she's going to get there because that's exactly what she did to become a millionaire. When she first started her business and grew it so fast, that's exactly what she said she did. From day one, she was like, I am millionaire Kathleen, and I do these types of things. And she would hang out with other millionaires and see what they were doing and see how they were thinking and acting around money, and just adopted those beliefs. And she's just living proof of how Wow, if you really want to manifest money, go check her out. Number 8, Indigo Detry. This girl is up on fire lately. She just bangs out videos left and right, and she's good. She's very young. I think she's only like in her early 20s. And she just gets the concept across really well. She's down to earth. She tells her success stories. She gets kind of like aggressive, like in your face, like if you're gonna say I want clear skin and then go check the mirror and you have acne all over your face, and then you accept that you don't have clear skin, you're just going to keep manifesting more not clear skin. Just affirm, I have clear skin. Don't go look in the mirror, because if you had clear skin, you wouldn't go check the mirror. Like little things like that. She just calls you out on stuff that you're like, oh yeah, so good. All about love of assumption and Neville Goddard as well. Number 7, Niclas. And he's actually from Germany, also a very young guy. His YouTube channel is called Upgrade to Life. And he shares his story of how he started his business from nothing. He has a coaching business, coaching under the principles of Neville Goddard and Law of Assumption. Got really good videos where he like dives into very specific details, and I almost see him as like an engineer, like, scientifically, like um dissecting all the concepts of Neville Goddard and explaining them in a very detailed way. Really good stuff. He also shares his story of how he started from nothing. His coaching business is now 80,000 a month, maybe even more now. That was just the last video I saw. But wow, $80,000 months, like at that young. Number 6 is Roger, or he likes to call himself Roch in his videos. He's always like, what's happening with your baby? It's Roch. That's his intro to like every video. It's so good. I'm like, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. His channel is called Living in Your Wish Fulfilled. He also was a Bob Proctor mentor, and I love Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor is a little bit more about law of attraction. And actually, Kathleen Cameron as well was a Bob Proctor student. And so a lot of their concepts are very similar, like Kathleen Cameron and Roger. And I also took Bob Proctor's 12-month coaching program way back in the day. I actually took it twice and saw phenomenal results. And there was some part of me that was just like confused about some of Bob Proctor's things. And Kathleen and Roger, they just take it to the next level. Like they explain Bob Proctor's philosophy and how he got wealthy, and they take Neville Goddard's concept and kind of intertwine them, and it just kind of came together for me. But he's really good. He's very thought-provoking. Like he'll get into some concepts into detail, and it's very like, oh yeah, I gotta think about those type of things. Really good. All right, I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm gonna do the next 5 in part 2. So join me there. Like, comment, subscribe, and check out the links below. If you're interested in coaching, hit me up. I am available for one-on-one support to help you achieve your desires. And I'll see you in the next video.